The path of least resistance. Okay, what is this? This is kind of like what people would say taking the high road. It is usually a journey less travelled. If you're feeling some kind of negative emotion, or you're struggling with something, or something doesn't quite feel right, it probably isn't, but it is really important to take the path of least resistance on any circumstance. This basically means taking the path that feels the easiest to you. Now, some people would say that's a cop-out, and that's because we live in a world that's very different to how it really is. They don't really see it for what it really is. So sometimes taking the path of least resistance can literally be taking a nap. If you're struggling with something, something's in your mind and you're thinking about something over and over again and you're trying to change it or figure it out or fix it or just come up with a solution, it's tiring. And what you're actually doing is that there's a current to the universe and you're kind of pushing against it. When you take the path of least resistance, you go downstream, you go with the flow of the universe. So it feels easier. Now, the reason this feels so good is because the universe is trying to bring you something. And if you're always standing in your own way, you can't receive it. The way the universe works is that you ask for something, the universe brings it to you, and then you can appreciate it. But instead of doing this and this, people tend to be here. It's an ego thing, it's a control thing, it's a distrust. It's just not really believing in your own abilities, or the universe is for that matter. So people stand in their own way and they push and they push and they push, and so they never receive anything. When we sleep at night, we are taking the path of least resistance because we are not using our egos or our minds to push against anything, so things can come into us. So this can be applied on all different kinds of levels. If you're at home and you're not doing anything and you're thinking about things over and over again, just take the path of least resistance and just take a nap or go and meditate or just go and sit outside for 5 minutes and just relax. If you're having an argument with someone or something's just not, there's conflict with someone, the more you go on at it, obviously the more you're going to receive. Take the path of least resistance, which is to be quiet, to be still, to hear someone. Whatever feels like the more relaxing thing to do at the time, do that, because you'll receive more and you'll feel better. So make sure that you always focus on where you are at the moment, what you're feeling. And if you do start to get to the point where you feel tired and restless and like you're getting nowhere, that is your cue from the universe to take that path of least resistance. So whatever you're doing at the time, stop. Go and do something different. Go and do something that's easier. It doesn't have to be related, it can be completely unrelated. Go and meditate, go for a walk, go for a run, go and walk the dog, go and see a friend that you do enjoy being with. Go and do something that feels nicer to your soul, because in doing that, you're then opening the door wider to receive everything that you've asked for.